Caution lights out around the speedway. Tyler Lallier and Brittany Campbell ready to bring the field off of for the next pulls down to the center of the infield, and we're ready to go. Last minute thoughts for the drivers. Getting ready, focused as they come off of 4. The green flag is out. 80 years of celebration underway for the late models.
Here we go, down into turn 1 and 2. Nose to nose, Brittany Campbell, Tyler Lallier. Brittany Campbell with a nose advantage in 3 and 4. Off of 4 and across the stripe. Give the advantage to Lallier up front. They're 2 by 2 all the way back through the pack. Mark Jennison runs third. Here we go. Jennison looking to the bottom here, looking to go to the lead. Not so fast. Lallier and Campbell door to door down in 1 and 2.
Patience is the name of the game here with 80 laps to go as they come off of turn number 4. Complete lap number 2. Campbell and Lallier still locked in a dead heat down into turn 1. Field doubled up, stacked up as they come down the back straightaway.
Brittany Campbell in that black, white, and red number 8 machine starting to open up that lead over Tyler Lallier. She works down into 1 and 2, and she checks down to the bottom with the lead off 2.
Lallier settles into the number 2 spot while here comes Gomes up on the outside. The Route 6 Automall Kia rolls off of 4, edges out ahead of Jennison at the stripe. Working that outside lane, trying to get towards the top as the field thunders down the back straightaway.
Mark Jennison, Andrew Gomes battling for that 3rd spot here. Richie Murray runs in the 5th spot. They come across the stripe, still nose to nose, door to door. Contact Tyler Lallier with issues. He holds on to it.
What a save by Lallier as they split him down the back straightaway. Down to the inside goes Richie Murray. Up top goes Gomes, and Lallier gets shuffled up to the second groove as they roll down into 1.
You've got 2 drivers up front, Campbell and Gomes, looking for their first win here in the late models. They are 1-2. Richie Murray runs 3rd off turn 4.
Settling in deep in the field, biding their time, not using up the tires and waiting for the race to come to them, while Campbell and Gomes push at the top of the field as they come off of 4. Look who's coming up top. Lightning, Luke LeBrun, working that outside. Evens up with the 22 at Jennison as they roll down the backstretch.
As that battle continues, Charlie Rose, Connor Souza right behind him. They go door to door. Here comes LeBrun right in front of Rose and Souza across the stripe.
Settles in down to the inside lane, little bumper tag, and that allows Connor Souza to get a run. Here comes LeBrun down to the inside of Jennison, down into 3 and 4. That is the battle for 5th. Off of 4, here they come. Richie Murray taking a peek, and here comes Gomes looking for the lead down on the inside.
Gomes looking as the lights shine on these late models here. 10 laps on the board across the stripe. Gomes to the lead. Here comes Campbell battling back.
Into 1 and 2, and the sophomore, last year's Rookie of the Year, looking for the lead down into turn number 3. Campbell working hard up on the outside, trying to stay with the youngster, but off of 4, Gomes becomes the second leader of the event.
Gomes leads it down into 1 and 2 here. Brittany Campbell on the high line looking to battle back. She's got Richie Murray right behind him here in turn 3 and 4.
Off the corner they come, and right now the big battle is for 2nd and 4th. Down to the inside, the 27 of LeBrun trying to squeeze under Lallier. Lallier trying to shut the door, and they're 3 wide behind them as Connor Souza takes a peek to the inside of Rose and Jennison.
As the 7 of Lallier has had his hands full the last couple of laps, continues to hold on. Luke LeBrun goes to the 4th spot down the backstretch.
LeBrun gets a good run, takes a peek to the inside of Campbell. Campbell slides up the racetrack as she gets caught on the outside now. Charlie Rose takes a look to the inside as the 7 of Lallier once again shuts the door. Jennison working the outside, but it's Rose with the move down to the inside.
Richie Murray runs 2nd. Brittany Campbell 3rd, and Luke LeBrun run 4th in the Checkered Auto Parts teammates as they continue down the backstretch.
Into 3 and 4. Campbell up on the outside. LeBrun down low. LeBrun up to the left side doors. They come off of 4. Campbell still holding the 3rd spot as they roll down into turn 1. And deep in the field, they're stacked up double wide. You got Burns battling with Goodrow. You've got Flood and Luigi racing side by side. You've got Dias and Lovelace racing wheel to wheel. But up front, it is still Gomes and Murray. Here comes LeBrun up to 3rd. Rose trying to follow through, looking for 4th.
Charlie Rose on the attack right now. in the 4th spot across the stripe as he's working to get around Brittany Campbell. Up front, Andrew Gomes, the youngster, continues to lead down into 3 and 4.
Jennison and Souza battling for position deep in the top 10 as they come off of turn number 4. That's a battle for 7th and 8th. Meanwhile, behind them, Bobby Pelland, Ryan Kuhn racing side by side for position in front of Chase Belcher and Josh Hedges as they roll down into turn number 3.
Off of 4 and across the stripe, Andrew Gomes continues to lead the way. The top 4 are single file. Tyler Lallier and Brittany Campbell now continue to battle for 5th spot down the backstretch.
23 laps up on the board as they cross the stripe. Gomes continues a car length advantage over Richie Murray. Richie trying to use that outside lane to his advantage as he tries to close in on the sophomore. LeBrun, 2 car lengths back in the 27, and he's got Charlie Rose knocking on his back door. Those two have been around each other a whole bunch in 2025.
Brittany Campbell slamming the door shut on Mark Jennison and Connor Souza as they try to move their way up through the pack. Up front, the top 6 now are single file.
7th on back, they're stacked up. You've got the 8 of Campbell, the 38 of Souza, the 72 of Kuhn, the 22 of Jennison, the 35 of Belcher, and the 12 of Pelland. Here comes the 29 of Hedges and the 98 of Flood. Ryan Flood started 22nd on the field. And man, is he really working this group. He has worked himself up inside the top 13. He currently sits 11th on the grid as he crosses the stripe.
And continuing now the battle between Souza and Campbell. Here comes Ryan Kuhn into that battle. He's going to slam his way through. Ryan Kuhn picking up positions off 4.
Charlie Rose has gotten by Luke LeBrun in that 3rd position as we are 28 laps closing in on 29 as they cross the stripe. Charlie Rose up to 3rd. Richie Murray taking a look to the high side around Andrew Gomes. They come down the back straightaway. Battle for the lead down into turn number 3.
Here we go. Battle for the lead. Heating up. Hot and heavy off 4. Richie Murray looking for the lead. Andrew Gomes holds it down into 1 and 2.
Gomes down low. Murray up top, but it's Murray with the advantage into turn 3. The Checkered Auto Parts 08 working the top lane off of turn number 4. Becomes the 4th different leader at lap number 31.
We've got a new leader, but Andrew Gomes says not so fast. Trying to hold on. Not so fast. Richie Murray down into turn 3 with the lead.
Gomes holding on down low, but keeping him honest as they cross the stripe. Charlie Rose closing in the gap there. Top 5, and it's a straightaway back to 6 for Connor Souza. Gomes back to the number 2 spot, now under attack from Charlie Rose.
Ryan Kuhn peppering the back bumper of Connor Souza over in 3 and 4, looking for that 6th spot. Going to have to continue that battle down into 1 and 2.
Into 1 and 2, and Kuhn decides the outside lane is the way to get by Connor Souza. Evens up with him down into turn number 3. Takes a spot away as they swap paint across the start-finish line.
They are making contact as they work themselves out. Ryan Kuhn takes the position down into turn number 3.
Richie Murray has gotten away from Gomes, but that allows Charlie Rose the attack. Down to the inside goes the longtime veteran. Down to the inside goes Rose. Gomes caught up on the outside as they go door to door off of 4. Gomes with the advantage at the stripe.
Andrew Gomes holds that 2nd spot. The veteran Charlie Rose starting to warm up here as they work down the backstretch. Charlie Rose all over the back bumper of Andrew Gomes.
37 laps up on the board this time at the stripe. It's still Murray, Gomes, Rose, LeBrun, and the 7 of Tyler Lallier, your top 5. 6 through 10 is the 72 of Kuhn, the 38 of Connor Souza, the 22 of Mark Jennison, the 12 of Bobby Pelland, and the 8 of Brittany Campbell, your top 10. Battle behind them. Here comes Ryan Flood down to the inside of Chase Belcher.
Belcher and Flood, that battle has now started to intensify. Flood trying to get around Brittany Campbell here and bring Belcher with him. They work down into turn 3.
Flood with a good run down low off of turn number 4, picks up a couple of spots as we are just at the halfway point. 40 down, 40 to go. Richie Murray sets a pace. Andrew Gomes is second with his hands full. Charlie Rose all over the back bumper. LeBrun is 4th. Lowley rounds out the top 5.
The youngster Andrew Gomes has really done an impressive job holding off Charlie Rose and the defending champion Luke LeBrun. Not sure how long he's going to be able to hold on, though, as here comes Charlie Rose looking for second.
Rose is better on the outside than he is the inside. He has not been able to get the run to the inside of Gomes so far, and that's allowed Richie Murray to get away just a little bit. Gomes up top. Here comes Rose one more time down on the inside as they roll down into 3.
As they roll into 3, your leader, Richie Murray, 42, now 43 laps on the board. Richie Murray in that black and green 08 machine works down the backstretch.
Into 3 and 4 he goes, closing in on the tail end of the field, and that will be the 0 of Nate Tracy, the first one under attack there. Luke LeBrun has caught that battle for second. Sits right behind Charlie Rose as they come off of turn number 2. That's the battle there as they run nose to tail further back. And trouble. Caution flag is out. The 47 goes around Jared Freitas. Brings out the first yellow with 43 laps up on the board. Freitas going around as he was sitting towards the tail end of the field. Second, as the Bristol Toyota Pace Truck pulls down to the center of the infield. Starting to wind it up as they enter turn number 3. Up on the throttle they come. There's a green flag. We're back underway. And the 08 of Murray trying to get away on the outside, and he does off at 2. LeBrun trying to follow through down the backstretch.
Down into turn number 3, Richie Murray escapes with the lead, but here comes Andrew Gomes right to the back bumper as they come across the stripe. Andrew Gomes trying to hold off the veteran of Charlie Rose.
And while he works Rose on the inside, here comes Lightning LeBrun up on the outside as they even up in the battle for second. Off of turn number 4, 45 laps up on the board. Murray trying to get away as A-Race stacked up double wide behind him.
Down the back stretch, Richie Murray your leader. Here comes Luke LeBrun looking for that second spot on the outside of Andrew Gomes in turn number 4 and across the stripe.
Gomes able to hang on still in that number 10. What a great job by the sophomore as they come down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. He's got LeBrun on the outside. Murray, Rose right up on the back end as Flood gets sideways contact with Hedges. Caution flag is out for the second time. The 0-2 of Burr and the 4 of Sully are both spinning to avoid as well.
So that impressive run that the 98 Ryan Flood had been having is going to be
number 4. Waiting for that green as they get ready. Off of 4 they come. Green is out. We're underway. And again, Murray trying to get away up on the outside as they come off at turn number 2.
Off 2 down the back stretch. Richie Murray in that 08 escapes with the lead. He is going to go down into turn 3 and 4. Off of 4. Here comes Gomes battling back on the inside.
Murray a little bit sideways off of 4, and that allows Gomes back down low. The youngster trying to wrestle the lead away from the Murray machine. Into 3 and 4 they go. They're wheel to wheel at the top of the field. Down to the start-finish line. Murray holds on it. Lap number 48.
Charlie Rose sitting in the catbird seat watching these two battle. Here comes Charlie Rose going to try to make his move down into turn number 3.
Rose throws it in hard and deep down to the inside. Up into the number 2 spot. He's got LeBrun on his tail, and Rose is going for more. Down to the inside of Murray. They come off at turn 2. Side by side at the top of the leaderboard.
The chiseled veteran has methodically made his move off of 4 across the stripe. Charlie Rose, your new leader, down into 1 and 2.
Rose trying to get away. Caution is out. Trouble off of turn 4. 3 cars together. The 47 of Freitas, the 4 of Soulier, and the 29 of Hedges, all getting together. And we are slowed up for the 3rd time. Could be the X factor there. If Gomes has a good restart and gets underneath Charlie, that could allow Richie to get away. 49 laps up. 31 laps remain. Murray, Rose, off of 4. There's a green flag. We're back underway down into turn 1, and Charlie Rose gets a great run off the second corner and motors into the lead down into 3.
Charlie Rose takes the lead over Richie Murray, comes across the stripe, works himself down into 1 and 2 as your new race leader.
Charlie Rose sets the pace down the back straightaway as they battle down the back straightaway for 3rd. Gomes on the inside, LeBrun up top with Kuhn rounding out the top 5. 6th is Tyler Lallier with his hands full. Smoke coming from him and the 38 of Connor Souza. Behind them, Chase Belcher and Mark Jennison, Dave Luigi, and Bobby Pelland, all battling for position inside the top 10.
Out front, it continues to be Charlie Rose. The battle for third heating up between Andrew Gomes and the 27 of Luke LeBrun. Down the backstretch, Luke LeBrun has taken over the third spot.
LeBrun with a good run up on the outside, but Gomes isn't going quietly into that good night. Continues to battle down on the inside and keep his nose underneath. Now LeBrun shuts the door, settles into the third spot, and here comes Kuhn. Look at Chase Belcher try to make it 3 wide down the back straightaway as Tyler Lallier goes whoa through the corner, and Jennison goes around in the middle of 3 and 4.
So we are slowed up by caution once again. 54 laps on the board.
That all started when Tyler Lallier went drifting through turns 3 and 4. What a great save he had in that number 7. But while he did that, I don't know if Mark Jennison slammed on the brakes and it snapped out from underneath him, or if he tapped the brakes and the driver behind him just was already on the gas. I don't know. It happened so quickly, but what a save by Tyler Lallier as he literally drifted through turns 3 and 4.
Yes, he did. That was quite a save. Struck pulls into the infield, and with the call, Kevin Boucher.
Field is set. 53 laps are complete. 27 remain. Charlie Rose, your leader. Richie Murray on the inside of the front row. There's a green flag. We're back underway as the field thunders down into turn number 1. Rose motors up top. He'll take the lead one more time.
Here we go, down into 3 and 4. Charlie Rose to the lead. Richie Murray right to the inside. They're going to work across the stripe. That battle continues down into 1 and 2.
3 wide, deep in the pack is Josh Hedges and Randy Burr split the 97 of Tyler Lallier to pick up a couple of positions. That's the battle deep in the field right now. The big battle is for third. Down on the inside is Luke LeBrun up top. And a great run for Andrew Gomes. Continues to hold on to a podium run with Kuhn 6. 7th is Lallier as they come off a 4.
Across the stripe, that battle between LeBrun and Gomes for third spot continues door to door down the backstretch. Ryan Kuhn sits in the catbird seat in 5th right behind him as they work into turn 3 and 4.
Chase Belcher and Connor Souza racing side by side for 8th and 9th. Pelland continues to hold on to that 10th position as they roll through turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they go. And Belcher looking for the advantage into 3 over Connor Souza. Meanwhile, for third, about half a nose advantage for LeBrun over Gomes, with Kuhn trying to follow suit down on the inside.
Down the back stretch they work, and now into turn 3 and 4. Charlie Rose starting to open up the lead over Richie Murray. They work down off of 2 and down the back stretch.
Down the back stretch into 3 and 4, and Ryan Kuhn has worked himself up into the number 4 spot. They come off the corner to complete lap number 60, and Kuhn is 1 spot away from a podium.
Down the back stretch they work. Charlie Rose leads Richie Murray, Luke LeBrun, Ryan Kuhn, and Andrew Gomes. They work single file across the stripe. 61 laps on the board, 19 laps left to go.
Right outside the top 10. They are battling hard between Luigi, Hedges, Burns. 3 wide a moment ago as they come through the corners. Off of 4 they come. Luigi holding on to 10th.
Down the back stretch they go. Working up into the 4th spot now. Ryan Kuhn gets around Andrew Gomes. They come off 4 across the stripe. Give a +1 to Ryan Kuhn down into 1 and 2.
Randy Burr does the slide of life down to the infield grass. He keeps that car rolling. We stay green.
And a veteran move there by Randy Burr to keep it going and keep the race green. We work with 64 laps on the board, 16 laps left to go.
Make it 15 as they cross the stripe, and the battle is on for second. LeBrun working the inside of Richie Murray down into turn number 1. LeBrun trying to edge out. Murray trying to hang on as they hit turns 3 and 4. Still wheel to wheel for second. Off of 4, give the advantage to LeBrun.
LeBrun gives a little nudge up the track to Richie Murray. He's got the advantage for second spot, and they work down the backstretch. Luke LeBrun to the 2nd spot.
Kuhn sitting 4th, watching this unfold in front of him as the leaders hit turn 1. Laps are winding down. One-lap car. Randy Burr stays high for the leaders. And look at the crossover by Murray. From the top to the bottom of LeBrun. Down to the inside. He goes off of 4.
Here we go. That battle continues as there's now a lapped car buffer between Charlie Rose and that battle for second. Give it to LeBrun down the backstretch.
LeBrun holding on to the number 2 spot as they close in on Randy Burr to put him a lap behind them across the stripe. That is the big battle going on. That's for the number 2 spot. Richie takes a look up top, settles in back behind. Down the backstretch, gets a good run, takes a peek down to the inside, settles it in. 10 laps to go this time. Murray on the attack off of 4.
Richie Murray on the attack. A pair of Checkered Auto Parts sponsored cars work down the backstretch, battling for that second spot.
LeBrun trying to get away down into turn number 3 and 4. Off the corner they come. 71 up on the board. Down into 1 and 2. Murray locked to the back bumper. Off the corner they come, and down into 3. LeBrun with a car length advantage as the laps start to wind down.
The laps are winding down. The sun has set. Charlie Rose has escaped with the lead. 8 laps to go. It'll be 7 at the stripe. Charlie Rose looking to put another notch in his belt here tonight.
Off the corner they come, and the field stretches themselves out around the 3rd mile. Bobby Pellin starting to come to life, sits 7th on the grid, closing in on the 7 of Tyler Lallier, who sits 6 as they come off of turn number 4.
Down into turn number 4, right to the back bumper, Richie Murray on Luke LeBrun. They come across the stripe. 6 laps to go. The battle continues for second spot as Charlie Rose has escaped with the lead.
5 more circuits to go as Rose has gotten away. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, nose to tail across the stripe. LeBrun has not been able to get away as they come down off of 2. Murray can only follow in the footsteps.
Throw a blanket over 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Ryan Kuhn has reeled the 2nd and 3rd place cars in, looking to pick up another spot. It'll be 3 laps to go here at the stripe for your leader, Charlie Rose.
Smooth as silk off of turn number 4. The Simpsons Auto Care, Helger South Coast Power Equipment, number 91 of Charlie Rose, has dominated the latter part of this race. 2 laps to go, and Rose is completely in command. LeBrun has broken away in that number 2 spot. Murray hanging on for 3rd as Kuhn closes right up on the tail end.
Talk about the youngster, Andrew Gomes, holding on to a top 5. They work down the backstretch, coming to the white flag this time.
Final time into turn number 1, and Charlie Rose can back off just a little bit. Lap traffic in front of him, that's not going to be a problem. Checkered flag is out, and the 80-lap late model main event is going to Charlie Rose. 2nd place is going to go to Luke LeBrun. Richie Murray in for 3rd. 4th going to the 72 of Jimmy Kuhn, and Andrew Gomes rounding out the top 5.
6th will be Tyler Lallier. 7th, Bobby Pellin the 3rd. 8th, Chase Belcher. 9th is Connor Souza. 10th goes to Josh Hedges. 11th to Jacob Burns. 12th, David Luigi. 13th, Nate Tracy. 14th, Tyler Almeida. 15th, Mark Jennison. 16th, Ray Lovelace. 17th, Manny Diaz. 18th, Bill Goodrow. 19th, Jared Freitas. 20th, Randy Burr. 21st, Brittany Campbell. 22nd, Ryan Solier. And rounding out the field in 23rd was Ryan Flood as Kevin makes his way down to talk with our winner.
Belts are unbuckled, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, climbing out of the car. Tonight's winner for the 80-lap late model main event, Charlie Rose. Charlie, you look like you're ready to go another 80.
That was easy. I'm ready. These kids are making fun of me before. I go, I'll do that, no problem. Easy stuff.
Before that first caution came out, the car looked like it was a little tight going through the corners, especially on the inside lane. Those cautions seemed to help you out a little bit?
It was a little free. I couldn't really get in where I wanted to, and it was a little free off, and the cautions definitely helped, and it was just a good race. I mean, that's awesome. I can't believe I'm on an 80-lapper. I've led DAVs in the Pro Stock up till about lap 80. Never won this long of a race before. Feels awesome. I got to thank you, Seekonk Speedway, for doing this for 80 years. Incredible job. You guys are awesome.
Well, it's kind of fitting because you and I talked a few weeks ago. It was about 85 when you began your career here. And, you know, it's been 40 years, half of 80. It's pretty fitting.
Yeah, it's about time I won one of these long races. Usually it ends up in the crap or something happens. And tonight I was just riding around saying, guys are on the radio, like, you're pretty calm tonight. I'm like, yeah, well, you got a long way to go yet. Just keep running.
Tell us about that battle for the lead. You made that dive to the inside under Gomes and then underneath Richie.
I couldn't believe when, I don't even remember what happened. I know somebody got loose there, and I got down and got underneath Andrew because I think Luke couldn't quite fill the hole, and I seen a millisecond of a hole, and I shot in there, and next thing you know, a second, I'm like, all right, now we got a race.
When that caution came out, you had to go back to second. Were you worried?
You always worry. You never know for sure. Like, you know, you just strap them up tight. You don't say other than to turn one and hope for the best. That's all you can do.
A lot of people to thank, though.
Yeah, I got to thank my mom and dad, first of all. They're always here, support me my whole life. Kevin from Simpson's Auto Care. Ron from FM Maintenance, him and his wife Lisa here. Been awesome supporters this year of us. John, Ben, Rich Helga. I mean, there's so many, Roscoe, Jimmy, Kevin. I mean, there's so many people around here that come to the garage every week and cheer me on and pull for this, and Jerry D and Fast Shash, Randy from Rough and Fenders. I mean, everybody that helps me out is all in, and that's all I can say. It's awesome.
How much fun is this?
This is awesome.
Congratulations. Welcome back to Victory Lane. How about a round of applause? Charlie Rose taking down the win. Luke, a great race for second. Man, this car traffic seemed to be your Achilles heel a little bit tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I really can't complain with that. I think this car is really a second-place car. Huge congrats to Charlie. I mean, he really had the car to beat tonight. We were all up in the pits over here talking. We were like, hey, Charlie, you think you still got it in you to hold on and take the win? He said, yeah, absolutely. So congrats to him. You know, it's great racing with some of these guys. You know, it's good, hard racing. And it's all starting to pan out. We all are racing really clean, and it's really fun.
How much of a different mindset did you have going into this long event?
I don't really know. I mean, we always have a pretty racy car. Long run, I've always told my dad, I think we have a good shot at this, but I think we were just, you know, a tick shy of where we wanted to be. But second place, I will definitely take that.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to give a huge thanks to my dad. You know, he really works his butt off. We put in as much as we can this. We both trying to run a company and race at the same time. It's definitely not easy. I know a lot of people understand that, so huge thanks to him. Huge thanks to my mom for always supporting me. Huge thanks to my grandparents for coming out and watching me tonight. It's always awesome. Chuck Run Auto Parts, Sister Thrift, LeBrun and Sons, and anyone else, Uncle Tommy for coming out, Bobby Pelland, all the little guys who help us go have fun.
Congratulations, great run for second. Third place to Richie Murray. Richie, we talked last night. I said, what's it going to take? And you said, hopefully a green to checker run, and that might have been the difference.
Yeah, I knew coming into this 80-lap race, my strength is saving the stuff and steering with the throttle, and that entire first 45, 50-lap run, we were not hitting full throttle. I was half throttle down the straightaway, and we were making up time. So I was all for that. Once those cautions came out and the tires cooled down, the track cooled down, everyone had grip, and then these guys had more turn than me, more bite than me, and I couldn't. I held on as long as possible, but that was all I had.
Still got to be pretty good, pretty happy with a third place finish tonight.
Oh yeah, of course. We've been hammering on this car the entire season, and finally, we found something. Big thanks to Dave Lassard. We threw the whole kitchen sink at this and more over the last 2 weeks, and all the way up until we were gridding, our car was on the scales, making turns, making changes. We didn't. I pulled up to the grid up there, and every single car was there but us. So we were wrenching on this thing until the last second, and we got damn near close to getting this thing.
Well, it's got to feel real good. I know you got a lot of people you want to thank.
Oh yeah, of course. I got to thank all my sponsors: Chuck and Auto Parts, Supreme Marketing, Helger South Coast Power Equipment, Balance Pilates Studio, Susan Media, Built Right Homes. Not forgetting anyone. Oh, Jim Hawkins, everyone on the crew, Dad, Grandpa, Crystal, Steve, David, AJ, my spotter. Fantastic job tonight, giving some great call outs. It's I just wish it could have been, wish it could have gone green. I feel like I could have had something.
Congratulations, great run, top 3 finish. How about a round of applause for our podium?